What's going on, YouTube? It's Jeff Toffner here. Monday Night Raw last night, I can't believe I'm saying it, but it was pretty good, or at least solid, to say the least. They've been consistent since WrestleMania with Monday Night Raw, at least somewhat, partially. They've had the episodes that have been shit, like last week. That was awful, but this week, it was solid. I actually didn't expect much this week. I thought maybe, just another shitty Raw. But, pretty good episode this week. Like I said, it's been pretty consistent since WrestleMania. I mean, I think the one factor that, would just, change everything is if it were a 2-hour show. I mean, I just think we'd have so many good shows if we had 2-hour shows. Like, if they could have just went back to, 2 hours after Mania or something. I mean, I almost think every show since Mania would have been at least somewhat good, you know what I mean? But, enough with the talk about all that stuff, because I talk about that every week. Nobody wants to hear about that. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw last night. Monday Night Raw, which was pretty good, like I said. But show opens. We got all the women in the ring. Well, on the Raw roster, excluding Paige, and that's another whole story. But we got all the women in the ring, and except for Alexa Bliss too. But then she comes out. It's a little celebration or whatever for her. That I'm guessing she demanded or something. But anyway, that's how they open the show. And then a giant brawl ensues. And what do? They cut to commercial break like they always do. Cut into a commercial break. The questionable decisions. This is another thing. Every week I'm always talking about this commercial problem they have. I'm guaranteed I'll talk about it tomorrow in the SmackDown review, because SmackDown tonight's going to be filled with just commercials. I mean, SmackDown's 2 hours, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think SmackDown needs to be 3 hours. It's fine where it is. I'm just saying they just overload that thing with commercials. But we have a giant brawl ensuing, and then they cut to commercial. So I'm like, well, of course we know where this is going to end up, into a giant tag match. I mean, I think what would it turn into a 5-on-5 women's tag match? 5-on-5, is that what it was? I forget. 5-on-5. It was Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, Emma defeating Bayley, Sasha, Mickey, and Dana Brooke. That is 8 women total, not 10. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But yeah, that was the match. So a giant tag match. I mean, we can always guess whenever a brawl ensues. But when they cut to commercial, we're going to come back into a giant tag match. Just like, contract signings where they never end good, We always know something's going to happen. And this is where, the predictableness of WWE comes in. But that's how they open the show. Hey, you can't complain about them not having all the women on Raw anymore. We used to complain, to go back about, 4 months here to when it was they don't have anyone else on the show but Sasha and Charlotte, maybe Bayley one week. It was just every other week we'd see none, but we'd have it would just be centered around 4 women, Nia Jax as well. Now, now I think really since the not the brand split, the Superstar shakeup about a few weeks back, that really helped the Raw. I think the Raw roster improved a lot. It's very deep now in the women's division, to say. You add Alexa Bliss to it. You still have Sasha. You still have Bayley. I'm waiting for them to do something with Emma. I'm guessing she's going to be feuding with Dana Brooke. Nia Jax is still there. And even Alicia Fox is still there, too. And then you could say Paige is still there, but I don't know. The rumors out there say that she's never going to really come back to the WWE. She's still under contract. I'm guessing what they'll do is they'll just wait the contract out, and then that's it. And then she'll probably go to TNA or something like that with Del Rio and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into that in this video. This is a Raw review. No need to rant about that right now. But Luke Gallows defeats Enzo Amore. Next. Dean Ambrose, he's out there. Seth Rollins is out there. The Miz, Finn Balor. They're all discussing title shots at the Universal title that Brock Lesnar will be defending at the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. Wow, what a pay-per-view name. What a pay-per-view name. How creative can Vince McMahon be? I just love to know how he came up with this name for this pay-per-view, because out of all the names we can choose from, we could bring back, we were supposed to have Bad Blood. This pay-per-view was supposed to be called Bad Blood. There was a whole thing that came out that it was Bad Blood that was returning. Back about 2 months ago or something, they announced it would be Bad Blood. Everybody was pumped about that, oh yeah, Bad Blood, badass pay-per-view name right there. You know what I mean? But they give us that Great Balls of Fire. I cannot wait until they start saying this on TV. I'm just going to laugh. And it sucks that the New Day aren't on Raw anymore, because they roast the shit out of this pay-per-view. But you know what? They might still do that because they're on SmackDown, so you make fun of Raw or whatever, do that. I can't wait to hear that, but I cannot wait to hear this name. I'm waiting for him to say. I'm waiting for Michael Cole to say, tickets for the Great Balls of Fire go on sale this Sunday or whatever. Oh, God. But anyway, they all want a shot at Brock Lesnar's title. So we get a triple threat match. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. A number one contenders match for the Intercontinental title. Now, stupid me, I'm on Twitter going, why is the IC title in the background of the little picture they put up on the thing? I wasn't paying attention, I guess, because I thought it was a number one contenders match for the Universal title. I was all over the place last night. So I was confused. It took me about an hour after they announced the match to realize that it was actually really for the Intercontinental title, and it wasn't just a botch by putting the Intercontinental title up there and not the Universal title. So that changed everything because I'm already putting my predictions out on Twitter and everything, and it's completely acting as if it was for the Universal title, so everything completely changes. So The Miz ends up winning the match, and you know what? This match was actually good. We haven't had a main event like this on Raw in a while. Seth Rollins was phenomenal in this match. I mean, he was flying all over the place. So much for that injured knee. I mean, he was doing suicide dives left and right. It was a really good match. Finn Balor was great. The Miz too. And out of this match, we pretty much, it was number one contenders match for the Intercontinental title, but we also pretty much got two other matches out of it, into three total matches pretty much for Extreme Rules. Not official, at least the other two, but we know we're probably gonna end up getting them at Extreme Rules in the month. We have Bray Wyatt come out and attack Finn Balor. So it looks like we're gonna get Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor at Extreme Rules. And then we have Miz getting, who the hell did Miz get attacked by? Shit. I forget who the hell Miz even got attacked by. No, he won the match. What the hell? I'm all over the place. But anyway, it set up three matches. Ambrose defends against The Miz. I don't know why they're doing this feud again. They just had it back in January. That Dean won the title from The Miz in January. And Dean's defended it a total of one time. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that one time, but I'm pretty sure the only time he defended that Intercontinental title was at WrestleMania on the pre-show against Baron Corbin, where Corbin should have won. But he'll defend it again in June. So he wins it in January, defends it once at WrestleMania, and then the second time he defends it is in June. What a disgrace. What a disgrace the Intercontinental title has been lately. One of the most prestigious titles in the WWE, and they're treating it like it's a bag of shit because they don't do anything with it. It was on the freaking pre-show of WrestleMania. It should not be on the pre-show for WrestleMania. It's the Intercontinental title. I mean, I remember saying back in end of last year when Miz and Ziggler were feuding for that title, and I was saying Miz has brought prestige back to the title, the IC title. And now it's like it's going completely the other direction, and now it's just lost all prestige, and it's one of the most. It's like the United States title's got more. Like we're gonna probably be getting AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho in a triple threat match at Backlash for the the United States title. That is the United States title. They've clearly shown that title is valuable, but the Intercontinental title is just not getting that thing. They're not even defending it. It's on the pre-show of WrestleMania. It's just a disgrace. But we're gonna see it defend it. I think the Miz will win. I guess they're gonna put it back on the Miz. He's a six-time champion, they said, so he'll become a seven-time Intercontinental champion. I mean, he's won that title about. I feel like he's always winning that title. I didn't realize he was won it that many times. I mean, he just must have been losing it and winning it back and forth and whatever back over the past 5-6 years or whatever. But that's how the main event went. What else happened? Oh, Seth Rollins was attacked by Samoa Joe. I don't know. I was getting all confused there. I forgot everything. But Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, we're going to get a rematch between them. And then it was Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor. They get a match, and it is Extreme Rules, so we're probably going to get some kind of fancy match, some, Extreme Rules match. I don't know. I feel like the Seth Rollins Samoa Joe match could be an Extreme Rules match. But then, if Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman have another match, that probably will end up that could be an ambulance match. Anyway, speaking of Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, neither of them appeared on the show last night. So Roman Reigns has not appeared on an episode of Monday Night Raw since April 10th. I think that's when it was, when he got flipped in an ambulance, over in an ambulance by Braun Strowman. That great episode of Raw. Well, at least that great segment. It wasn't really that overall good episode of Raw, but that's the last time we saw Roman Reigns. And apparently Braun Strowman tore his rotator cuff. Now, last time I checked, the rotator cuff tear is a significant injury, and it was one Eric Rowan, I'm pretty sure I had back in October or September, and he was out, and he just returned like about a month ago after the SmackDown after WrestleMania. So if Braun Strowman's got a rotator cuff tear, Jesus, that's hard to say. And he's gonna be out until what, like September? Is this for real right now? Like, he's like on top of the Raw right now. He's like the biggest thing going. So I mean, hopefully that shit's not true. And I mean, if it is, that's what Kurt Angle came out and said. I mean, I don't know why. If he shows up next week, that would make no sense. And no Roman again, though. That's like, it's been almost a month of no Roman on Raw. You know, Raw's been solid without Roman. What else? Austin Aries, TJ Perkins. Now apparently I've been reading that TJ Perkins has got his name changed to just TJP now. They're not even calling him TJ Perkins. That's what it says on the site right here, www.com. And that's what it's listing him as just TJP now. So I don't know. I actually kind of think that's stupid, because like it still is TJ Perkins sort of, but just I don't know. Who cares? Why Vince McMahon's always changing names. Anyway, he had a match with Austin Aries. Austin Aries won the match. I don't have much to say about the cruiserweights. There was another giant tag match. I forget everyone who was in it. Giant tag match earlier in the show too. Cruiserweights 6-man tag. Solid match. I mean, you know, nothing storyline wise though. Like, you know, I never get anything storyline wise out of it. But what else happened? Anything else? The Hardy Boys are getting closer and closer to being broken. It's coming, guys. They're gonna be broken sooner than later, because Sheamus and Cesaro, they come out to the ring, cut a little promo, whatever. The Hardy Boys confront them, and then Matt he does the delete thing. So I mean, then they run down to the ring and attack him. But it's coming. You know, it's eventually gonna happen. Sheamus and Cesaro are going to win the titles, and whenever they win the titles, probably going to be at Extreme Rules, that's going to eventually start the broken gimmick for Matt Hardy. I don't know if they're going to do it with Jeff Hardy, because I've been reading that Jeff Hardy's going to get a big singles push back with his original character he had back in like 2009 and whatever, because they see he sells good merchandise. I was reading, he's up there with John Cena in merchandise sales. So, I mean, I'm completely aboard that one with Jeff Hardy getting the singles push. Give him that push as a singles competitor. Let him be who he used to be. And then have Matt Hardy do the broken gimmick, because that gets over. Like, back before, Matt really didn't... Like, Jeff had his thing going, but Matt kind of was, like, lost. He didn't really have. But then he left, found this broken gimmick over in, like, TNA. And this has, like, worked out perfect for him. So I don't know if maybe Jeff is in the gimmick at first, and then he eventually like fades away. We get like a Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy match, and then he eventually just goes to be a singles competitor, and Matt continues to go along with the broken gimmick. I'm guessing that's where this is leading to. I could be completely fine with that. I actually think that's what will happen, and I'm 100% aboard that too. But it's gonna happen soon. I would say by SummerSlam, definitely. If it doesn't happen by SummerSlam or at SummerSlam, they'll be broken eventually. Apollo Crews defeats Heath Slater. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Nothing there. Episode of Main Event recorded in the middle of Raw, but that's it for Monday Night Raw. Like I said, it was a solid show. I enjoyed the main event. There's some good parts here and there, good wrestling. I mean, like I said, you cut that down to 2 hours, get rid of some shit, and then you got probably a really nice episode of Raw, an enjoyable 2 hour, not 3 hours episode of Monday Night Raw. But looking forward to SmackDown. I'm actually really looking forward to SmackDown tonight. SmackDown's starting to get its momentum back. Last week was pretty good. We got Shinsuke Nakamura. Is he going to be on tonight? Ty Dillinger. Where's Ty Dillinger? We haven't seen Ty Dillinger in like 2 weeks. But I'm looking forward to SmackDown. SmackDown should be good tonight. Let me know what you guys thought of Raw last night. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Whatever. Comment below to tell me that. Twitter. Follow me. Its link is in the description below. I'll be tweeting during SmackDown tonight. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow for my SmackDown review.